morning and happy Sunday and happy Vlogmas day 19. That is a crazy. So obviously we have 5 days left on the Pukka Herbs, why did I say Pukka Herbs? It's just Pukka Tea advent calendar. And today's tea was the Tulsi Clarity. I think that's how you pronounce it. Oh, I'm dropping it in my tea. Don't want that. And the thing that it said behind door number 19, or tea number 19, was, for when all is frantic, let sacred herbs bring clarity to your Christmas. Exactly what I need. It's kind of like the advent calendar knew the tea I needed this morning. So a little bit of a recap. So yesterday obviously was horrendous. I was really upset. I'm feeling loads better today. The problem is still the problem, but you know, new day, fresh eyes and all that. In a nutshell, we basically can't use the van and it's going to cost us probably in excess of £1,000 to sort out the situation that has arisen. But it's fine. It will be fine. It's just money. But the problem, there's so many like little problems that stem from this main problem, which creates more stress. So Jim uses the van for work. When he sells any furniture, that's how he delivers it. So at the moment, if anything's sold, we'd have to get a courier service, which is fine, but then, you know, it's not as much profit as we would have made. Obviously I'm stranded at home. I mean, I can get public transport, but I don't like getting public transport. I have massive anxiety with it. That's why I passed my test when I was like 17. So yeah, it's just a bit stressful. And another thing that's kind of irrational, but I suppose relevant, is the fact of when my dad was a fantastic mechanic, and whenever I had any car trouble or anything, he would fix it for me. It would never be like a problem because he would always sort it. And I think when these when things like this happen, it makes me miss him that little bit more, just because, not because of like the ability for him to fix it or anything like that, just that person that you have in your life that sort of makes everything better in a way. And when they're not there anymore, it's really sad, isn't it? So yeah, I'm just going to try and remain positive. And then also, another thing that happened was myself and Jim had planned our Christmas day to go and spend it with Jim's sister, and my mum was spending the day with a member of my family. It'd all been arranged, everything been arranged, and then literally in the last sort of day or two, it's been said like, oh, actually there's no room for her here. So I reached out to other members of my family, bearing in mind the car's absolutely fudged. The van's fudged at the moment. I can't use the van. My mum lives like a fair amount of away from me, like half an hour, an hour's round trip from me, and obviously I'd planned my Christmas day and everything like that. Everything was sorted, and now I had to try and arrange what was going to happen with my mum, and it turned out that nobody in my family would help. So I was like, I spoke to my mum and she was like, oh, it's fine, don't change your plans for me, I'll be okay. But I'm not, myself and my mum haven't had the most best relationship over a sort of like best relationship ever, but I just could never leave somebody sat at home on Christmas Day on their own, especially not my mum. It's just so sad, isn't it, to think of, she's elderly as well. I mean, she does well for her age, but it's just sad. It's like, it honestly, I can't ever think of elderly people and loneliness. It's just one of them things that really, really, really tugs on my heartstrings, and I can't bear it, like, to think of anybody old, upset, or on their own, or lonely. So I just wasn't having it. So I said, no, look, you're coming to spend Christmas with us. And it's really frustrating because it would have been nice to have the support from my family with a situation like, you know, I've got no transport at the moment, but she's going to be on her own. Can you help me out? No. So yeah, it's just frustrating. But anyway, like I said, today is a new day. A new day. I did have a couple of glasses of wine last night. I had 3 glasses of wine and it's hit me like a train. I swear to God, I don't want to drink at all. It just doesn't like me, guys. I used to be able to absolutely party like a rock star and recover really well. Now I just have a whiff of wine or anything like that, I get major headaches. I feel terrible the day after. So I'm getting to the conclusion it's just not worth it. Jim made us burger and wedges, and it was so good. It was like the Co-op Grow burger. It was yummy. I didn't have a huge amount. I had my burger and then like a couple of wedges. But yeah, I think I probably wouldn't have been that far over, if over, my calories yesterday, to be honest. But I just was not in the right headspace to deal with my macros and deal with my calories and stuff. And actually, I had a quick look in the comments of yesterday's video, and thank you everyone who's reached out with your kindness. It really means the absolute world to me. But somebody, I'm really sorry, I hate not saying names and referring to the person who's left the comment, but it was literally just a quick scroll down. Somebody mentioned how when you stick to your healthy habits and your calorie goal or your macro goal or whatever your healthy habits are, in times of stress and things, that's when they become more part of you, and it's just like it's not like a thing that you have to do as well as everything else. And I know that totally makes so much sense, and I 100% agree. And that's somewhere that I'm hoping to get to eventually, where it doesn't matter what happens, that's just how I am regardless of anything else. But right now I'm not there yet, which is obviously why I'm not at my weight goal yet. So I am going to be having something carb based for breakfast because I just need it. I really do need it. There's no way that I would have been sort of like entertaining anything other than something with bread this morning. So we've got some Scotch rolls left over from yesterday because we had one thing with our burger, but I think I'm gonna have an egg sandwich or maybe a tuna sandwich. Is that weird to have a tuna sandwich for your breakfast? I'm gonna go drink my tea and decide, and I will obviously show you. Today is going to be another sort of like day in the life, what I eat type of thing. I totally had planned to do a couple of different videos this week in the run up to Christmas, but with what happened yesterday and just being really upset, and I just was not in the right headspace to film the things that I had planned, but I will do them over the next couple of days. And there is some fun content coming. I assure you, just stick in there. And I noticed that there's a couple of new subscribers, so hello if you are new. Please let yourself be known in the comments, introduce yourself to everyone. We have a lovely little community here of regulars, and I love you to be part of them. So do say hi and introduce yourself if you are new. If you are a good old timer, still keep me updated with your life. I obviously still am really interested in you and what you're doing, what you're getting up to, and I hope you're all feeling really super happy and well. But yeah, I'm gonna go drink my tea and decide what I'm gonna have for breakfast. So it is now 2 o'clock and I've been working all day so far. I have been sort of making lunch in the background in a way, because I popped in some potatoes a couple of hours ago. We just had some potatoes in our fruit and vegetable basket that needed using, and as Jim is very hungover today and I'm slightly hungover today, we definitely were craving potatoes. So I've just gone ahead and made some cheesy potato skins, and then these, we've got a little potato each as well. They're actually really small, but I don't mind. So I'm just gonna dish them up now and have some lunch. So it's now 4:20. I'm still doing bits and bobs of work, but I have just stopped to try and attempt to get some kind of Christmas shop together. I was hoping that I could do an Ocado order, but there's absolutely no deliveries available, which is what I would have expected anyway. I've managed to secure a Morrison's pickup for tomorrow between 2 and 3. So basically, long story short, my mum's now having Christmas dinner with us, myself and Jim. So I need to get groceries for Christmas dinner, and I don't mind making Christmas dinner at all. It's just, had I have known that this was going to be happening, I'd have been much more prepared. It's fine though, there's nothing to stress out about. It's just a meal. It's just a meal. One day of the year. I obviously want to try and make it as special as possible for my mum and Jim, but it's certainly not worth getting upset about. So I also thought I would try and sort of like put in a few bits and bobs in there to sort of like tide me over for the next few days. I think it's probably going to be a case of just getting the stuff for the Christmas meal, and then a few other like little bits and bobs that I know I can't really get from my little local co-op or something, because I'm really trying my hardest. I'm trying my hardest to avoid going into big supermarkets. I'm not like massively worried about Omicron, the variant, or catching COVID. I'm not so concerned because I've had both my jabs and I've had my booster, and I'd say I'm a reasonably healthy person, but I just don't want to be sick over Christmas, and I don't want extra stress. So, and I'm also trying to do my little bit to protect everyone else as well. I just feel like if we can all make a conscious effort to try and not create so many people being in places at once. Sorry, I'm rambling on as I'm like browsing through the possibilities of stuff that I might need. But yeah, ultimately I don't want to be in Morrison's when it's super duper busy, and it's going to be horrendous, isn't it, over the next couple of days. And also I feel like it wouldn't be too bad, but I think just because I've got a lot of I mean, I don't really break up from work until Thursday. I'm probably not going to be able to get into the studio now because of what's happening with the van. But it's not so much of an issue because I can do all my work from home anyway. But but it's just, you know, it's just like one thing after another really. So I mean, I probably could go and do this shop, but I just think with where my head's at the moment, I'd literally go in there, and even if I had a list, I just think I'd be so overwhelmed and I'd forget loads and I'd unnecessarily buy stuff. So I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to be a little bit more sensible. I have got a few more presents and stuff left to do. To be fair, the presents that I'm doing are like hampers for a few of my family members. And I'm going to be doing a couple more. So I'm going to try and go to like B&M or something in the morning before I start work, to try and get some of the stuff for them and their hampers themselves. So yeah, I just thought I'd pick up and let you know what was going on, because I kind of forgot that I was vlogging today. I made me and Jim some baked potatoes. Man, they were delicious. They weren't very big because they weren't baking potatoes. I'd say they were probably the size of 3 like Jersey Royal potatoes together, maybe 2 Jersey Royal potatoes together. I don't know why I'm telling you how big they were, but they were really good. And on one of the potatoes I like cut it in half, and I scooped out the filling and like creamed it a little bit and popped it back in, put a little bit of cheese on top, and it was delicious. So I essentially had 2 potatoes and a little bit of butter, a little bit of cheese. I don't think that's too bad. But I'm not counting, I'm not tracking today, guys. I'm really sorry. I know that that's probably really annoying when I do this, but I'm gonna get back on it from tomorrow. Oh, and as of tomorrow, I'm gonna track every single day over the Christmas day, and that's it. I'm not drinking. I've like given myself a bit of a pep talk about it. Even though I didn't have many drinks last night, I literally had 3 glasses of wine and olives is a good shout. And like after the first glass, probably not even like halfway through the first glass, I had a raging headache, so bad. And I've noticed that the last couple of times I've drank, I've had a really bad headache. And I think that's just my body saying, this isn't, don't like it, don't do it. So I think I need to really take that on board, because it's really silly to ignore it. If it's happened a few times now, surely that's a sign to stop. I'm gonna just pop you down because I'm holding you and it's hurting my hand. Do you like my jumper? It's super cute. It's like got this I don't know what the material's called. It's like a texture. It's like a textured material. This is just the most unflattering angle I'm just gonna hold. Yeah, it's like a textured material. Jim got me this jumper last year for Christmas. So it's really nice. It's like an orangey yellow colour, and it's really soft on the inside. So I like it a lot. I'm just adding some olives in there. Olives. Who's an olive fan? Oh, I love that you can do this. They've got their little olive bar. You can get them from the olive bar in here. because they are the best. Let's get a mixture. A mixture of the olives. I've got a couple of fun videos planned over the next couple of days that I am more than sure I'll be able to film, and hopefully that'll make up for the lack of things going on in the last few vlogs that I've done, and also that they've been a bit depressing. I know it's Vlogmas and it's supposed to be an exciting fun time, but I've literally feel like I've just sat here the majority of Vlogmas, either at the table or just in the car or something. But you know, people seem to be still enjoying it. I think if you are, please let me know in the comments, please. I just need some reassurance that I'm not incredibly boring and you do still enjoy my videos. But I've got a very exciting video that's going to be hopefully going up on Tuesday. That should be quite fun, and I've got a few things planned for the new year. By the way, myself and Laura were talking about this actually today. I'm going to end Vlogmas on Christmas Eve, so that's when Vlogmas will, I think that's the general sort of idea of Vlogmas anyway, but I wasn't sure. I just wanted to let you know. So Vlogmas is going to end on Christmas Eve. I am going to take a couple of days off, and then I've got a couple of videos that I'm planning to upload as like a New Year thing. Hopefully, there's one in particular that I'm really excited to film, and I've been putting a lot of thought into it on how to do it, and I think it's going to look really cool. And also I think you guys are really gonna enjoy it, so I'm gonna try and film that sort of after Christmas while I've got a couple of days off work. But yeah, and then it's the new year, and then we're into a new year, new start. I actually really love making like New Year's resolutions and like setting new goals and things. Just a super fresh start, isn't it? Let me know in the comments if you also really like New Year's resolutions, or you kind of just think I'll just get on with it, just get on with what I've been doing, or if you're gonna set some new goals. Right, I'm gonna go because I'm making a massive mess of this shop, and it's very important that I don't mess it up. We've just finished our lovely Indian takeaway. It was Jim's first Indian takeaway actually. I just kind of convinced him into it.
Well, not that I haven't had Indian food, of course. Yeah, but I've never really gone for Indian takeaway because I've always shied away from spice, but I've recently learned that actually
it's nice.
Indian food isn't always really spicy. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm stuffed now.
Cruiser. A whiffer thin mint.
Well, we've got a pudding if we want, haven't we? But I don't think that'll be. What are we doing? We need to.
Well, today was. I haven't tracked today, which have been very
Have you
honest.
told them about like...
I've said that we've got van issues and family issues.
Yeah, and I know this doesn't probably help it, does it? But I think sometimes in life, you just got to... I just got to take your foot off the gas a little bit, because you could go mad, couldn't you? We had 3 major events happen yesterday, didn't we, really?
Mm.
And I won't go into them because it isn't fair to the people involved, but it's 3 sort of big things for us to have to make sacrifices and sort out, isn't it?
Yeah.
So by the time I got home last night, which was about 9 o'clock, wasn't it? We'd not even had any tea, had we?
No.
I was just like, I need a drink, you know, so, which is probably the worst thing I could have done, but I don't know, for years and years it's been my go-to thing. But anyway, nevertheless, I'm a bit hungover today, and I was like, what do you want to do for tea? And I was like, I can't really bother cooking. It's like, right, let's get takeout.
It was really delicious. I had fish, is it Balti? And it was really, really yummy. I didn't eat the whole thing. There's still some left, and I've got like half a thing of rice left as well.
And while we ate it, we were watching the Salisbury poisonings.
I'm loving it.
So,
I'm finding it really
it's
interesting.
Really good, yeah.
And we had some sort of like onion bhaji kind of things and a few poppadoms. So yeah, it was really delicious. And today isn't a track day, so I've got no diary to show you, but I am fully intending on getting up tomorrow and getting back onto tracking my macros.
Would you just I think, you know, as a human we can be fallible, can't we, sometimes, especially when under duress. You know, and that isn't an excuse, it's just life. And life throws these curveballs at you, doesn't it? You know, and I think...
doing the best I can.
Yeah. And I think that's it. You've just got to keep trying, haven't you?
Keep
You're
swimming.
not planning on giving up.
Oh, no, no,
just
no.
a bit of a blip, isn't it?
And, yeah, bit of a blip. I do intend on having a gym session before Christmas. Before the year's out, and yeah, I do intend on tracking and stuff again tomorrow, but I'm not. Yeah, it's just been a bit heavy and stuff over this weekend.
Yeah.
And I'm a foodie. I turn to food for comfort, and I'm a firm believer in, actually, there is nothing wrong with having a bit of comfort from food. I think it's just when it's an everyday occurrence, or when you're in a position where I was sort of like last year, and you know, it's a completely different thing now.
I was going to say, you know, all you have to do, and it's the same with myself as well, all you have to do is look at times in your past where you haven't been as good.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, actually, when I look back there, like for you, for example, when I look back there, I'm nothing like that.
Exactly.
It's only an Indian takeaway,
yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
It's not self-destruction and
no,
self-loathing and all that kind of stuff. So it's not that bad.
No, I don't think so.
Is it? Especially with what's transpired. So.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not feeling guilty. I'm not feeling like remorseful of the fact that, you know, I had a egg sandwich, some cheesy potato skins, and a Indian takeaway. I'm not feeling like remorseful about it. But
We'll just get back on it.
Yeah, I am eager to get back. I was doing so well. I had like 4 proper stellar days of counting my macros.
Stella every day.
No.
Stella.
Stella.
Oh, what's that? What happened? Oh, Floss turned the telly on.
Floss wants to watch telly. But anyway, I digress. I'm going to end today's video here so I can get it edited and uploaded. And if you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe for some happy vibes thrown your way. And until next time's video, I really hope that you stay happy, healthy, and well. Goodbye.
Ditto.
Ditto. Or ditto.